Just because you're not traveling doesn't mean you're not going somewhere. Sometimes the sweetest journey is the one where you stay just where you are.
Welcome to Burberry Sparks. Today let's make a bucket list for staying at home. Not the FOMO kind, but the dreamy, soul-soothing kind. So put on your floaty holiday clothes and let's dive in. First point on the bucket list is a transition ritual. So first step is to let go of anything work-related. I have 2 little spells for you. Depending on my work stress levels, I'd actually do both.
Sometimes even when the holidays are already here, we have trouble relaxing and calming down. For some people it takes days, for some even weeks to really calm down and let go of all these work thoughts and emails and deadlines and whatever. This can keep us from sinking into this restful, joyful state that we all crave during time off. And this is why creating a transition ritual is so powerful. Because it lets us close the chapter of work for now, honor the effort that we've made, and open the door for rest and renewal. So even if you're staying home for the holidays, the following rituals can help you set the boundary between labor and leisure, giving your spirit and mind the space to relax. So here come some gentle, creative and witchy ways to send work energy away and make space for the holidays.
So first spell is sealing away work energy. Take a piece of paper and write down all your lingering work thoughts, things that keep popping up, tasks you want to come back to after the holiday, that kind of stuff. Fold it tightly, place it in an envelope, and maybe even seal it with wax. Now you can say or think, "In shadows bound this labor lies, until I call it shall not rise," or something along those lines. You can also just feel that message while placing it in a drawer or bury it temporarily under stones or even earth or salt. Just tuck it somewhere where you won't stumble upon during your time off. If you feel like you really need to wash away some of those unwanted feelings regarding work, you might want to try this somewhat art-witchy ritual. Paint symbols or words you connect to work and that weigh on you onto a plate, preferably a white one. Use a water-soluble pen. When you're done, drop water on it until it all vanishes. You might even spot a hidden message in the way the ink swirls, like a little divination for your days ahead. If you really want to let it all go and get rid of any lingering bad work vibes, you can now furiously wash and scrub the plate clean. Now that this is taken care of, it's time to shift into vacation mode. Here are some beautiful ways to get into the mood and treat yourself. Number 2 on the bucket list, environment change. You don't need new surroundings to feel inspired and fresh and different. Psychology says that changing your environment even just a little can boost creativity, reduce stress, and help your brain snap out of autopilot. It invites presence, which is kind of what summer's all about.
So pick one spot that's perfect for reading or hanging out in sun. I really love rearranging furniture and pushing around things, so I might do quite some furniture pushing during the summer holidays. For now it shall be the balcony.
I want to have a beautiful corner to read in and write and drink my morning tea or whatever. Not a big budget transformation, but some shifts that create a favorite cozy place and make me feel like I'm kind of in a new spot.
But not only can we change our surroundings, why not send our tongue to a little trip?
Make a treat that feels like summer and holiday.
You don't have to cook or bake, you don't even have to use your stove. You can just choose a few fruits that you never eat.
For me that would definitely be papaya, for example. I never have that.
Or dragon fruit. I've never ever eaten dragon fruit, just, I don't know, in ice cream or something. But I never really bought one and bit into it. Or you go to the Asian supermarket and buy some mochi or whatever you always walk past and never dare to buy.
Arrange it on a plate like you're serving someone you love, or like you work at a fancy hotel. And then let's take it to our newly created holiday spot.
But before we start snacking, there's one thing missing, I think.
Read outside like it's the only thing you have to do today.
So find yourself a wonderful book, maybe a childhood favorite even, or something magical that makes you drift away on a dream cloud.
Take it to your cozy corner to read like you're on vacation. Bring your snacks, something to sip.
And what could make this reading nook even better? Vacation-like luxury. And let's be honest, probably you don't want to leave your reading nook for a full-on spa setup at your home. So we are gonna take a little simple treat to your reading nook.
Fill a bowl or bucket with cold water. Add a handful of fresh herbs, maybe rosemary if you want energy, lavender if you want to relax. You could even use a few slices of lemon or cucumber. They magically correspond with fanciness. No, they don't. Not traditionally at least. But you might feel their healing and rejuvenating properties. Of course, you could also add a drop of essential oil. Stir it all like a potion, and then sit back and dip your feet in. It's incredibly simple and incredibly lovely. And I believe it's doing more for your body than just refreshing your feet. It's really sending a message to your body that you care for yourself, that you care for your body, that you choose rest and full recharge and enjoyment. And your body will notice. Now it's perfect. You can let your mind wander off, enjoy your special holiday treats, relax, daydream. And the best thing is, you don't have to give up on that place once your holiday time is over.
You could also send some postcards, like text your grandma how much you love her, or write a silly haiku to your best friend, or write your cousin a postcard that you haven't seen for quite a long time, like lavender's blooming and I just thought of you. I think in times of WhatsApp and Instagram, it's such a precious thing to send somebody something they can actually hold in their hands. After all that relaxing and recharging, your body and mind probably crave a little bit of movement, a sense of aliveness. So you might feel like doing something more exhilarating and more active. So now's the perfect time to lean into something spontaneous, maybe adventurous. I would really recommend you to explore the area that you're in. Very often we don't even know what's around us. And I really like this idea to become an explorer of your own region. You could go to the local library and look for a travel guide. I'm sure you will find so many things you haven't even heard of in your area, except maybe you're working in tourism. Maybe there's a museum close by that you've never visited, or a little cozy cafe that you've always walked by but never entered, or a botanical garden. Especially in the city, they are really like my sacred space. Or maybe there's a lake close by, or a small town you've never visited with colorful old houses and a beautiful weekend market. You could even plan a little trip or a little something, a little special moment for every day of your holiday, staying at home. So you have something to look forward to every day of the holiday. You don't have to stick to it like every day if you don't feel like it, of course, but I think it's a nice way to make your holiday actually feel like vacation and something special. And finally, one little bonus inspiration. Go to your bedroom, make your bed really nicey with fresh linen, make it all really inviting, and in the end you place a little treat on your pillow, just like they would in a lovely little hotel. This is also a really nice surprise for your loved ones for the beginning of the holiday, or in the middle of it, even more surprise. And the next morning you can do breakfast in bed, but really carefully because it's all fresh and nice. So you don't need a suitcase to find rest and joy and wonder. Sometimes the most magical holidays happen when we choose to be fully here and fully present and enjoy what we already have. Awake to our surroundings, gentle with our rhythms, curious about the everyday.
Have a good time, my dear, and may the magic sneak into your days in the loveliest way.